What's going on, APUSH students? Today I want to talk about week 4. I want to go over some new grading policies school-wide. I want to talk about the work that is expected of you, and the biggest thing is what will happen on Friday, the day of the test. So let's first go over a quarantine update of what I've been doing during this quarantine. So first off, quarantine update. You can see this is the old flooring I used to have. This was carpet throughout the house. I tore all that garbo up and the floor was all rotten underneath. And then I had this new flooring put in, which looks super stylish. This is the same room right here. You can see it looks a lot better. It's painted and stuff. So that's what my house is looking like. I'm super pumped on that. And then this is my newest hobby. I got a tomato from the store and I cut that bad boy open and took out all the seeds, and I'm trying to grow some new tomato plants just to see how that goes, which is pretty exciting as well. So I'll post more pictures of those tomato plants as they're growing. And grading update, this is for all your classes, not just my class. We are no longer doing an A through F grading system. We are doing pass or fail. Now you're going to pass your classes if you have an A, B, C, or D in that class, okay? So on your report card, it's not going to have a letter. It will just say pass. Now you will fail your class if you have an F, okay? I don't think anybody in this class has an F, but if you have an F in another one of your classes, you can make up work to get it up to a D, and that means that you passed that class, so I highly recommend you do that. Another thing you may notice, if you have a D in a class, your teacher should not have lowered it to an F, meaning that if you have a D or above now, you will pass whatever class that is, okay? So that's kind of a neat thing that's going on here, is pass or fail. Additionally, we're doing no new work after May 29th, so none of your teachers should be assigning any work after May 29th. After that date, the rest of the year is just to make up work that you may have missed. So that is the big grading updates that we have gotten today. Now, this week for you guys is a big week. We have the last DBQ practice on Tuesday, where you guys get to practice and get feedback on your DBQs. Wednesday, you're going to be getting your e-ticket in your email, which I'll talk about in a second. And then Friday is the big day. 11 a.m. you have your test. You guys will be flipping open your Chromebooks or whatever, and you're going to be taking your test to determine if you get college credit. So this is a big week for you guys in particular. Now, first off, you have your Tuesday DBQ. I highly recommend, if you're not doing it already, to follow this outline, because it will help ensure that you get all the points you deserve, okay? So again, highly recommend the outline that I have shared with you guys, okay? Also, I do talk to a few of you guys, and you guys are not looking at the rubric, which is fine, but I highly recommend you do it now that the big test is coming up, so you kind of see how you can get your full 10 points on this test, okay? So go ahead and look this thing over. I simplified it a lot for you guys, so please just give this a glance so that you know how to get a 10 on your AP test, or 500 AP test with 10 points, okay? That's very, very important. A few reminders too. You have a test demo that is live now. So if you go to this link right here, tinyurl.com/APUSHdemo, you can take a little demo test, okay? Now this doesn't mean you're going to be answering a DBQ, but it'll take you through the login process. So it'll pull up this window here. you type practice, you hit continue, you fill in all your information, and you get to submit kind of a practice test, so to speak. You don't have to do any work actually, you can just write practice in a document and submit it, but it's good to go through the process so you know exactly what to expect on test day, so please do that test demo. Now next thing, I want you guys to make sure you get that e-ticket on Wednesday. So please check your emails on Wednesday. And if you don't get this e-ticket, you need to email me or the counselors in order to take the test. Okay, so you have to make sure you have this e-ticket on Wednesday, or you will not have access to take this test. So that is very, very important. Make sure on Wednesday you have that e-ticket. Next up, I want you guys to decide how you're going to submit your test before the test date. Now the first way is the way I recommend you do it, and it is to copy and paste your document. Now you can type it in a Google Doc or a Word document, and you just type it as you normally would, and then you copy and paste it into the exam window and hit submit. Super easy. The next style is handwriting. You can handwrite this essay and then take a picture of it using your phone and then attach the picture and submit it in that fashion. So you can do this one if you want, but handwriting takes a long time, so I don't recommend it. And then lastly, you can submit a file. Okay, so you can type it into Google Docs or a Word document, save it as a doc file, and then attach that file. Now if it were me, what I would do is the copy and paste option, and I would set up a document just like this, okay? And this would help me on test day to have the question over here on this side of my screen, and then I would just go, okay, what's my thesis? Boom, click right here, type in my 2-sentence thesis. What's my context? Type that in. And this would help me kind of frame my essay, okay? And it would help me look at the rubric as well. And then right before I would submit, I would just go ahead and highlight this rubric, erase it, highlight all the cap lock stuff, erase that, copy, paste it in the window, and send it off. So I recommend you guys set up a document like this for test day. That'll kind of help you out. Now, some testing for the test day. You do need to log in 30 minutes before the test starts. So that for you guys is 10:30 this Friday. You have to log on to AP Central and use your test key to get access to the testing portal. Now, the test starts at 11. So after you log on at 10:30, I want you guys to get all your review sheets together, all those timelines, all that stuff printed and in front of you, ready to go, so that you have everything you need to reference during the test. I also want you to make sure that your devices are fully charged before and during the test so that your batteries don't run out, because that would suck. I also want you to isolate yourself, so if you have a big family, tell your family to shut up for 45 minutes and lock yourself in your room so that you can take this thing undistracted. Speaking of isolation, do not contact me or other students. Don't send me an email, don't send Snapchats, don't set up a Discord so you guys can talk to each other. Don't do any of that, because if you do, the AP board will not count your test. And I don't know how they're going to detect that kind of stuff, but I would not risk it, okay? So do not contact me or anyone else. And last thing is they said you can't have Grammarly on your computer, so do not have Grammarly installed, because for some reason they consider that cheating, so do not have Grammarly installed on your computer. Another thing I highly recommend is you guys do have access to a checklist, okay? Here's the link, tinyurl.com/APUSHcheck. And it will take you to this PDF. You can print this out, and before the test day, you can check off all these boxes, fill in these spaces. This will help you out quite a bit to make sure that you have everything ready to go on your test date, okay? That reminds me too, for your exam document, you do need to have your name and your AP ID on this document. So I don't have that obviously, but I would add that up here again on this pre-filled doc you can fill in during that test day. Okay. So again, do the checklist. It'll help you out quite a bit. You can just check off all these boxes and make sure that you are ready to go on test day. And last thing, I say this every week, but it's important, stay in touch with me. I've noticed a few people in this class have kind of fallen off the planet, and I recommend you're checking in, watching the videos, joining the Zoom, emailing me so that you kind of know what's going on. If you know somebody who's kind of checked out but is in AP, please let them know the test is on Friday, and maybe even send them this video so they can kind of know what's expected, because I would hate somebody to miss out on this opportunity for college credit because they were just being lazy. Okay, so please contact your buds in the class and say, hey, did you watch the new video? Test is on Friday, here's the checklist, whatever, but make sure they know that it is on Friday. Second, keep up with your studying. If you don't have time to do the practice DBQ, don't worry about it. Just focus on your studying. It's okay. You can do that one later. It's not a big deal. But make sure you are studying the content, because that is going to save your butts on this test. Third, do work with your friends. Make flashcards and study with your buds over Zoom or Skype or whatever. But make sure that you're studying with your friends and talking about this stuff, because that's what's going to help it glue into your brain. Okay, hope you guys are staying safe. If you have any questions on the AP test, please let me know. I'll be in contact probably Wednesday again to make sure that you guys got your IDs or your e-tickets. So stay safe, and I will see you guys in the next video.